Okay, dyspraxia, so what is it? What is it though? It's about body awareness, for sure, that is part of it. And it's about information through the vision. There's something about the eyes and eye tracking and how that affects the missing communication between my brain and my body. You know when you learn that line in science, when you're learning about the body, and it always says in textbooks something like, the brain sends messages to the arm and the arm moves, or the arm sends messages to the brain that it hurts. Well, mine doesn't. I always noticed that, like, when I heard that thing in school, I just used to think, mine doesn't. There's something missing. I don't register things properly. You know, people with dyspraxia, we could get seriously hurt and we don't realise. And we can be really ill and we don't try to seek any help. And by the time we try to seek help, that's because it's gone really, you know, okay, I'm like, I've been to the point where I was asking for help with my health in the past, and I was later told that the problem I had, I could have died. But the people around me were just like, yeah, whatever. Like, I just didn't look ill. And same with my pain. I'm in chronic pain. I'm still trying to do everything. Then I'm telling people such a thing hurts, I can't lift that. And they're like, oh, it's only light. Oh, yeah, you can. I've seen you do that. No, if I'm saying I can't do it, then it is at that extreme level, because my interoception and proprioception are two of the senses with dyspraxia which are really not working at the same level as anyone else who's non-dyspraxic. So proprioception, I've just got a blank now, I'm about to explain this, but I talk about it, it's something that I've been aware of for a long time. It's about where I am, like, I can't feel this, you know, I'm very dissociated. If I just hit my body, I can't feel anything, and that's not really a good thing. I'm like under-register these kind of things, and I can't tell where my limbs are. I can't feel my body. I don't have thoughts in my head. Not all dyspraxics have that, but I have that. I don't have thoughts in my head at all. I can only think out loud, but I had mutism, so I couldn't think out loud, so I couldn't think of anything. So I've just been not living, and I can't feel my body. So if I'm walking, anything could happen. If I'm trying to walk, and then if I'm moving along, it's like, this is happening now. I can't just stop and start, okay? Same, if I was running, when I was young, I used to run, and that's easier for me as a dyspraxic than walking. Maybe the momentum, okay? So I would be running, and by the way, I used to flail all over the place, but thankfully my parents sent me to athletics training, and I was taught by a coach how to move my arms so that it was not just all this excess movement that comes with dyspraxics, to try and balance and to try and find our way through the air. Someone told me when I was little I was running like I was swimming. That is like how random it is. I was just like, ooh, like my arms, like that. So I learned how to run. But if I'm running, I can't just stop. And then I have so much pain. Because, okay, dyspraxia is linked with primitive reflexes, which we haven't integrated. So we're using our bodies in a way that is not efficient, and it can hurt. It's really hard for me to stay upright. So if I'm just standing up, it's so tiring. Or sitting up is so tiring. I'm one of those people who has to lean on the desk, or put my hand on my face to hold up my head because it feels heavy. And it's not a core strength issue, it's about reflexes and how the brain or the body, whatever it is, I'm not a biologist, obviously, doesn't know how to work efficiently like someone that's been through the normal typical developmental stages. So with autism and dyspraxia as well, we can have some strengths which come, I think, from actually having skipped certain stages of development. So it's not all terrible, but we need the right supports in place to be able to just live our life, because the quality of life of dyspraxics can be so low, and especially somebody like me who doesn't have a network around me for various reasons and have so much responsibility. It's not living, it's surviving, and I want things to improve for dyspraxics.